So you're looking to buy your first home, but you don't really know what it all entails. Maybe you're not familiar with the process, and especially you probably don't understand all of the total costs associated with buying a home, including the hidden cost, or quote, hidden costs, right, in your mortgage payment. So today we're gonna talk about all of the costs associated with home ownership and buying a home, and well, just some things that you need to figure out. It's not an exact calculation because it depends on, where is your property located? Are you in an area with higher property taxes? Are you prone to hurricane? Do you need different types of windows, right? There's all sorts of different factors that determine the cost of home ownership. So today we're gonna make some blanket statements so that way you're well equipped and armed with the knowledge to know, hey, this is gonna be a good deal for me, or maybe I should wait. Because some of the best deals you'll find in real estate are the deals you didn't buy. Make me a deal. If you get any value or information out of today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. My name is Greyson Roberts, realtor and owner of Boss Properties. Now, real quick, what I do is I connect good people with great real estate agents across the country. Are you looking to buy a home in the hills and Lake Tahoe? Okay, I got you. Are you looking to buy a beachfront condo in Florida? I can find the best agent for that. So I just tap into my nationwide database, converse with some agents, run some interviews myself, figure out who is the best fit for you. And it's free to you. I just get paid from the agent when they close on your property, right? So unless you're in the panhandle of Florida, then I'll sell you some beachfront estates. Anyway, let's get into it. All right, so first, let's not talk about the home you're gonna buy. Let's talk about you, baby. Let's talk about you. All right, so we're gonna wanna calculate the affordability factors. When determining how much house you can afford, several key factors come into play. These include your annual income, monthly debts, down payment, your DTI or debt to income ratio, interest rate, loan term, property taxes, homeowners insurance, private mortgage insurance, aka PMI, homeowners association dues. Let's delve into each of these factors and explore how they contribute to calculating affordability. All right, annual income. This is going to be one of the main determining factors when it comes down to how much home you can afford. And this is what lenders are really going to be looking for. Your annual income serves as the starting point to calculate affordability. It includes your total earnings for the year before taxes and deductions. If you have a co-borrower, combine both incomes to determine your annual income. This figure provides a baseline for what you can afford to pay each month. Now here is the second biggest factor, monthly debts. Monthly debts refer to recurring expenses like car payments, credit card bills, and student loans. These obligations need to be factored in when determining how much house you can afford. By understanding your monthly debt payments, you can assess your ability to manage additional mortgage payments. In other words, if you make $1,000 a month, but your debts, your car payments, credit card payments, whatever, equal $800, well, you don't have much left over to work with. If you're making $1,000 a month, you're not buying a house anyway, but that's just easy numbers. All right, moving on to the down payment. Now, this can vary significantly depending on your financing. We've got videos dedicated on this channel talking about how to buy real estate with low and no money down, but your down payment is traditionally going to be 20% of the total loan amount. So if that means that you're buying a $100,000 property, you're gonna put down $20,000 and you're gonna finance $80,000. Now, if you get an FHA loan, you can go all the way down to 3.5%, which means if you buy a $100,000 property, for every $100,000, you're only gonna pay $3,500. So on $100,000, that's $3,500. On $200,000, that's $7,000, and so forth. And there's everything in between, all the way up to buying it in cash, 0% financing. Now, 20% is ideal because anything less than that, you're gonna get into private mortgage insurance or PMI, which we will talk about here in a second. Okay, debt to income ratio, your DTI, an extremely important thing to take into consideration. Your debt to income ratio is a critical metric that lenders use to evaluate your ability to manage monthly payments. It compares your total monthly debts, including your mortgage payments, to your gross monthly income. Typically, housing expenses should not exceed 28% of your monthly income. Calculating your DTI helps determine the amount of money you can borrow and the mortgage interest rate you'll receive. Now let's talk a little bit more about that pesky little interest rate. Believe it or not, the simple little interest rate can make or break a good real estate deal, especially if you're buying it to rent out for some cash flow. The interest rate is the percentage that lenders are going to charge you for taking out a loan. Your credit score and down payment amount will influence the interest rate. A lower interest rate translates to a lower monthly payment. It's crucial to shop around and compare rates from different lenders to secure the best terms for your mortgage. If you buy a home at a 3% interest rate for $200,000, your payments are going to be what they are. If you buy that same $200,000 house at 7% interest, your payments are going to be hundreds of dollars every single month higher. It makes an astronomical difference, a difference that we talk about in detail on this channel with interest rate specific videos, so check those out. All right, loan term. This is basically talking about how long you want to finance this thing. Loan term refers to the amount of time you agree to repay your home loan. The most common is 30 years, but variations are available. Shorter home loans usually come with higher monthly payments but result in substantial interest savings over the life of the loan. Consider your financial goals and preferences when selecting a loan term. A lot of people argue for 15-year loans. I always argue for 30-year loans. Why not? Especially if you're investing and you're gonna rent it out. You want that lower monthly payment for greater cash flow. All right, one of my least favorite things about real estate: property taxes. As a homeowner, you are responsible for paying annual property taxes, which are based on the assessed value of your property or the purchase price. Property tax rates vary by location, so it's essential to research the rates in your area. These taxes can significantly impact your affordability, and it's crucial to factor them into your budget. It's like those people on extreme home makeovers who are in bad financial situations and they get their house demolished and they get a $2 million house given to them outright, but the property taxes are so insane on it with the insane increase that they have to get rid of the home altogether. So if you're pushing the edge on buying your dream home and you can just barely truly afford it according to your DTI, but the property taxes roll around every year and it's a big hit, thousands of dollars, maybe you should buy it. Okay, let's talk about homeowners insurance. Homeowners insurance is a type of property insurance that protects your home against various risks, such as fire, theft, and natural disasters. Lenders typically require homeowners insurance to secure a home. The cost of insurance depends on factors like location, coverage type, and your insurance provider. It's important to include this expense when calculating your affordability. Now, PMI, private mortgage insurance, something that you get tacked on to your loan payment if you make less than 20% of a down payment. PMI protects the lender in case you default on the loan. The cost of PMI is typically added to your monthly mortgage payment, and it's crucial to understand the impact of PMI on your affordability and explore options to eliminate it once you have sufficient equity in your home. So if you get an FHA loan today at 3.5% and you do some renovations, maybe 6 months from now your property is worth a lot more, and now your equity went from 3.5% to 20%. Now you just knocked off PMI, which could save you, $100, $200, $300 a month, depending on the deal and a million factors, but it could save you hundreds of dollars a month on your mortgage payment just by simply doing something, or maybe just simply making your payments over the years and you get 20% equity. Now you no longer have that. PMI doesn't go towards principal or anything like that. PMI is just for the lender. They're saying, hey, you're not putting down much on this home. You don't have much skin in the game, so we're gonna do a little extra layer, a little extra armor to protect ourselves. Okay, one of my other, this is probably very high on my list of things I really do not like in real estate, and that's the homeowners association. If you're considering purchasing a property in a community governed by a homeowners association, commonly referred to as an HOA, you may be required to pay monthly HOA fees. These dues contribute to maintaining shared amenities and enforcing community rules. It's important to consider the cost of HOA dues when calculating your affordability, as they can impact your monthly budget. The last house I lived in, the HOAs were $50 a year. $50 a year. That's nothing. But I was also about to sell a client a home overlooking beautiful Table Rock Lake, and we came to find out that the HOA was $5 to $6 grand a year. We're like, yeah, no thanks. I highly suggest that you use home affordability calculators online, play with mortgage calculators on Google, and just get a real good idea of all of the costs associated with it. These calculators do a good job of breaking it down. Okay, finally, we've been talking about all of the things that, are associated with home ownership. But let's talk about, before you ever even get the keys in your hand, this little thing called closing costs. Now, closing costs are the total costs associated with buying the property, excluding your down payment. So in order for closing to happen, you're gonna have to have made your down payment, but also if you had to get, any sort of, let's use an example of inspections, appraisals, if you had to get attorneys involved, agent fees. Anything that you had happening throughout the transaction, all of the costs associated with it, including having the title company do their title searches and all of that stuff, it could add up to very little or thousands of dollars. So you're gonna have to come to the table with more than your down payment. Sometimes, most of the time, thousands of extra dollars. So that's a little extra thing to keep in mind. Anyway, guys, if you're looking for me to find you a great real estate agent, get in contact with me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next real estate video.